Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show. Why am I not on the screen? There I am. What's up? Hard Huddle in the house. Stack or get stacked on. That's right. We'll be dunking on people today. Stacking on people. Bam. Gonna buy some of those tasty Euro sats when they start selling their Bitcoin stack. Number one. Man. I went to jiu-jitsu last night, guys. I feel pumped. Yeah, like I feel like super energetic. I feel like I needed to do that, you know? Like, I know it's not struggling for your life or anything, but it still feels like you're struggling for your life when somebody's trying to choke the bejesus out of you. You're trying to not get choked. Try to do the same to them, right? Yeah, it's not life and death, but it feels like life and death for a second. Right? It's pretty cool. So I got a bunch of bruises and stuff, and a bunch of new scars, you know, from the struggle of trying to get better at jiu-jitsu. And I don't know, it's been good. It's only been one class, of course, since I've been back. I went last week. Last week I went on a Tuesday, I think. That was pretty fun too. But yesterday just felt extra good. I didn't get hurt. Knock on wood. Didn't get hurt. And my whole being just feels overall like good. Like I have a better vibe. Like I feel. It's hard to explain. But feeling good today, guys. Just to say that I'm feeling good today. And whatever, I checked the price of Bitcoin a couple times today, but not as much as usual. You know? Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm feeling good. I got some work done. That's probably another reason why I feel good. I got some work done. I went ahead and edited the 21 Moto latest video. That is out now. Chee. That is out now. I posted it on our Discord server, and I also posted it on one of our as a post here on this channel. So I'm putting it in the comments just now. So click on that. Don't play it yet, or maybe play it on a different tab. But just like watch it when you get a chance to. Okay. It's just any views on that channel as well will help this channel. And that channel is actually doing pretty good. The 21 Moto channel continues to grow. And I don't know, it's gonna catch. I'm pretty sure it's gonna catch up to this channel and probably surpass it. So that's sad, but at least it gives me some kind of incentive to continue to do this channel, because eventually people that start to get what I'm doing over there on the 21 Moto channel, once they eventually start to understand what's happening with the value of the savings that we're doing, they're gonna want to come and get more information on it, and end up in this channel. So that's my hope anyway, right? It's like my candy that I'm throwing out there for the motorcycle riders, and for them to kind of start to get an idea of what Bitcoin is and how it works and what it does for us. And eventually, hopefully that'll drive some more viewers to this channel, right? But anyway, so that's a status update on that. I'm super stoked on it. I have another video already queued up for that 21 Moto channel. I did a writing drill thing with some people here in town. So that was pretty fun. But my next order of business here on the channel is to get I need to make 2 videos for this channel today. This week. I need to make 2 edited videos for this channel, so we can get those out there and have some more edited content here on this channel. And then I'll be set for the week. I'll be done with the week. I have jiu-jitsu, 2 more sessions of jiu-jitsu this week. So feeling super pumped. And on top of that, I'm feeling extra motivated to lose a little bit of weight. I know, sorry guys, it's a lot. I know it's a lot, but a lot of stuff is changing. And I just want to share with you guys, because I feel like I share with you guys a lot of stuff every day. So just keep catching you up, you know. Some of the fellas were talking about competitions in jiu-jitsu at the jiu-jitsu I guess you call it academy. We're hanging around talking about jiu-jitsu, and there's all these different classes, all these different rankings by belt and by age and by weight. Those are the 3 different categories. I'm like, dude, I was listening to some guys talk about it, and like I don't compete because I just like I'm afraid to get injured, right? But then I'm looking at the roster because like one of the guys that signed up, and I was like, he's like an older guy, kind of like me, and I was like, so what's your bracket like? It's like, all right, now nobody else has signed up for my bracket. I was like, oh, don't worry, like he's like 2 weeks out before he has to go compete. And I was like, well, that's crazy. What if nobody signs up? Do you just get like a free medal? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Well, let me know what happens. I'm like, by the way, since you have the app open, why don't you show me hold on guys, let me change the music real quick. Why don't you show me what my division would be? Right, so I told him my age, I told him my weight, and he's like, you should probably, if you're gonna do it, you should do like this my belt. I'm a blue belt, right? So you should do this weight, this bracket, this age group, right? So okay, that's cool. I'd go with people my age and my weight and my skill level, like blue belt, right? So I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. I mean, what's the weight I have to get to compete in that category? And it's like 168 pounds, right? So I'm like, all right, that's cool. So I decided right then and there that even if I don't compete, my goal is to get down to my fighting weight, air quotes, fighting weight, 168 pounds in 2 weeks. So that's the goal. I've already stopped eating carbs and going full keto right now. Like cold turkey, no sugar, no bread, no rice, no tortilla, no like refined oils. What else? No flour, no wheat, no fruits, just a bunch of stuff. I can eat meat, eggs, bacon, cheese, steak, more eggs, salad, avocados, what else? Cheese, a bunch of other stuff. But anyway, that's the goal, is to get to 168 pounds. I'm like, I haven't even weighed myself yet. I'm probably like at 180 right now. Okay, so it's a big ask for a couple of weeks. So we'll see what happens. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do straight up keto and see if I can get to a fighting weight by that time. And if I can, since I'll be going to jiu-jitsu classes for the next couple of weeks, if I do decide to compete, I'll have a little bit of practice, and I'll be at the right weight class. So, but if I don't make the weight by the time the competition goes, then I won't even sign up. But if I do make the weight, I might sign up. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to do it, right? Even if it just end up going with me and even if it's just me and this one other old man, trying to like choke each other, whatever. It'll be fun. Okay. So I'll keep you guys posted on that, but just a little extra goals to add to our stack of things that we like to do. What up, Part? What up? Let's see. Let's do a shout outs. Shout out, round of applause for Hard Huddle. Also for Carl Black in the house. What up, Carl? If you're watching live, you should be able to comment without having to be a subscriber. So if you have any questions at any time during the show, please do leave a comment, and I will get to that as soon as possible right here live during the stream. All right. For those of you that are new here, my name is Roman. I have been stacking Bitcoin here live on this show. We used to call this show the Stack Sats Show, but then some a-hole came out with the poop coin called Sats Coin, so we had to change the show name to Stack Bitcoin Show. So we stack Bitcoin here. We've been doing it for about 2 years, 2 years, 1 month, and 22 days. May 22nd, 2023, Bitcoin Pizza Days, when we started this channel, is when we started saving $5 a day. Then we pushed it up to $10 a day, and now we're doing $20 a day on our way to hopefully 1 Bitcoin. We probably won't get to 1 Bitcoin via the DCA process, but we will get to 1 Bitcoin once this channel monetizes and we'll be able to do other things to generate revenue. Any revenue generated by this channel or the content that I make on this channel is going right back into the show, so we can show people that it's still possible to get to 1 Bitcoin, hopefully, and we're going to document the whole process from 0 Satoshis all the way to 1 Bitcoin. That is the goal of the show. So stick around. We're going to get the show started now with our first segment of the day that we like to call, of course, the Bitcoin strength. Yeah, let's go. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $119,886.79. You can buy 835 Satoshis for a single dollar. What is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents, a Bitcoin is made up of 100 million Satoshis. Why is that important? Well, because if you look at the price of Bitcoin at 119,000, you might be telling yourself, damn, there's no way I'm going to be able to buy a $119,000 asset. I'm priced out. If I start saving, I'll never catch up. Well, that's the beauty of Bitcoin, guys. You don't need to save up to buy Bitcoin. You save in Bitcoin. And every single penny, every single drop of value that you put into Bitcoin now becomes shielded from inflation and outside the inflationary system that is the fiat dollar. And when you do that, the purchasing power of your savings start to increase over time. And the longer you hold it, the better off you'll be, right? Let's say you're walking down the street, minding your own business, you look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day, that penny right now can buy you 8 Satoshis, 8.36 Satoshis. When we started the show, 1 penny would buy you 40 Satoshis. When we started the show, $1 would buy you 4,000 Satoshis. Now here we are at 835 Satoshis for a single dollar. That is how much the purchasing power of the dollar has decreased since we started the show 2 years ago, right? A little over 2 years ago. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. So that is the Bitcoin strength portion of the show. Yeah, it's wild. You start looking at it in those terms and you're like, wow, that's true. It takes me, even with $4, right? Even with $4, I couldn't buy 4,000 Satoshis, right? I need more than $4 to buy 4,000 Satoshis. And back in the day, I needed just $1 to buy 4,000 Satoshis. So that tells you right there, right? The dollar is losing purchasing power, so you need more of today's weaker money to buy the same stuff you could buy before with when the money was a little bit stronger, right? And the trend continues. The money continues to lose purchasing power and debase. And that takes us into the next segment of the show, which is, of course, if you're new here, this is why we stack. Why do we save in Bitcoin, right? Let's keep things super simple for somebody that's new to the show. Came across one of our episodes and decides to go ahead and listen in. Why should I save in Bitcoin? What is this Bitcoin only signal you're talking about? Okay, it's very simple. Every asset class that you can invest in right now is pretty much underwater against the real rate of inflation. What is the real rate of inflation? The real rate of inflation is somewhere around, 9, 10, 11%, depending on your situation, depending on the things that you need to maintain your current lifestyle. Okay? If your job is not giving you a raise of about 10% year over year, you're losing value there too. So not only is your salary able to purchase less things for you, but also your savings in dollar are also able to purchase less things for you. So the more you save in dollars, the more you work in dollars, the less you have for as long as you hold it. Okay? That is the problem. The problem is that you can't save in dollars. You can't continue you can't get to your savings goal if you're saving in dollar, because the thing you're saving for will continue to become more and more expensive as you're saving for it. So the longer it takes you to save for a thing, the more you have to work to get it, even though if you would have gotten it sooner, you wouldn't have to work so hard for it, right? So the longer you wait to buy something, the longer it takes you to save for something, the more expensive it gets and the more work you have to do up front to even consider getting that thing, okay? Well, enter Bitcoin, right? What happens when you start saving in Bitcoin instead of saving in dollars for whatever it is you want to save for? If you're saving for a down payment on a house, if you're saving for a new car, if you're saving for a sweet Yamaha MT-07, just saying, you get to your savings goal a lot sooner if you save in Bitcoin. When you save in Bitcoin, the value of your savings increases in purchasing power relative to the dollar. Okay? So $100 saved today can be worth about $200 in about 2 years, right? So with that formula of your savings increasing at a rate of about 50% year over year, you're not only beating inflation, which is beating you up about 10%. Knock off the 10% that inflation is beating you, you're still making gains of 40%. Bitcoin is making such good gains that it is helping you defeat inflation. You're still affected by inflation in a way, but not so much that you can't overcome it, right? If you're saving in dollars, you're not going to be able to overcome that inflation because the dollar itself is what's being inflated, right? When you save in Bitcoin, it's a capped supply. It cannot be inflated, and it appreciates against the dollar year over year at about 50%. Okay? When you save in Bitcoin, it's like traveling back in time and giving yourself a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked for as long as you hold the Bitcoin that represents those hours. I tried to hit the ending of the song, but I couldn't. It was so close. Anyway, that's why we stack. That's why we save in Bitcoin. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. If you have any questions and you're watching the replay here, go ahead and leave it in the comments there too, and I will come back and answer your questions in the following episode, or even respond in the text in the comments section as well. Okay? All right. That is why we stack, and now we move on. Halfway through the episode, guys. It's only 2:18. We're out here stacking Bitcoin. Bitcoin is 119,000. I don't know, is it a local high or is it a local dip? What do you call it? What's the all-time high right now? The all-time high is $123,244. I'm still seeing the question with people asking, hey, I came up on a lump sum of money. Should I buy all at once, or should I DCA that lump sum of money? Okay. And my answer has been lump sum, baby. Lump sum the money, because if you're going to stack Bitcoin, you're going to stack it for a minimum of 4 years. Okay. And if you try to time the market, it might go up and you might not even get as good of an entry as you're getting now. If it dips a little bit, who cares? You're already committed for 4 years at least. Okay. So when you ask the question, should I lump sum or should I lump sum? I say yes if you're truly going to hold Bitcoin for what it is, right? If you're truly going to hold Bitcoin because you understand what Bitcoin is, and you're not going to try to sell it within the next 4 years. You want to make it through at least one cycle, right? And it takes about one cycle of doing the research, looking at it, and then realizing it. After you've held your Bitcoin for 4 years, you're going to look at that Bitcoin, you're going to say, okay, I bought this Bitcoin, and it's worth this much when I bought it, and now it's worth a ton more, right? Close to 200% more, actually, right? Is it a good idea to sell my Bitcoin to take quote unquote profits? Is it? I don't think it is, right? And the idea here is that after you've committed to doing that for 4 years, you have enough time to educate yourself more and really start to understand what Bitcoin truly is. And when your 4 years are up, yeah, you can choose to sell your Bitcoin. You can choose to sell part of your Bitcoin if you want. But by the time the 4 years comes, you might have come to the realization that selling the Bitcoin that the idea to sell the Bitcoin is not a good idea, right? But I want you to come across that on your own. I want you to understand that on your own, right? Anyway, we do make an effort here on the show to show and prove that Bitcoin is the best way to save, and so we have ourselves our own little stack here on the show because it makes sense that we're going to be talking about Bitcoin every day, Monday through Friday, every weekday. Might as well show you how it's done from scratch. We started this show from zero Satoshis, from zero Bitcoin, and here we go. Let's get into the stack recap so you can see what we've been doing so far this year, last year, and the whole lifespan of the show. Here we go. It's time for the stack recap, because we don't only talk about stacking Bitcoin here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. We actually do it every weekday. We buy $20 worth of Bitcoin as a minimum, sometimes 40, sometimes 80. But today, let's jump into our savings for 2025. So far, we've saved $4,500 into Bitcoin. That's just this year. And just this year already, our savings are up 27%. The dollar is melting away. Okay? the purchasing power of the dollar is going down so fast that within the span of 7 months and 22 days, we need to spend an extra 27% more dollars to buy the same amount of Bitcoin. Okay, there it is, as simple as that. The dollar has lost 27% purchasing power against Bitcoin just this year. Okay, in 2024, we did the same thing we did this year. We just like to start a new spreadsheet every year to make it easier for somebody that's new to the show to come in and start stacking, because it's never too late to start stacking. Okay, even at these prices, it's not too late to start. Just start. Okay, in 2024, we started saving in Bitcoin when Bitcoin is at $43,000, and we saved $7,345 that whole year. All right, the value of that Bitcoin, 0.12242217 Bitcoin, is now $14,644. We're pretty much doubled the value. Okay, and again, I'm asking you to hold your Bitcoin for 4 years. This is only a year in. Only a year in, you see the value of your Bitcoin go up 99%. What? Could I convince you to sell it? Probably not, right? Unless you're in a situation where you really need that money. You're probably not going to sell it because it's probably the best performing thing you've ever had in your portfolio ever. I'm talking about stocks. I'm talking about bonds. I'm talking about real estate. Nothing beats Bitcoin. Okay, you don't need to do a bunch of extra stuff. You don't need to watch the market, become a market trader, become a real estate developer, any of that crap. All you gotta do is buy the Bitcoin, take custody of the Bitcoin, and live your life. You don't have to sit at the computer, watch the charts, and wait for the right time to buy and sell. You don't have to go spend your time trying to fix people's toilets because you have renters in one of your properties and their toilet got clogged. You don't have to worry about a hurricane, an earthquake, a fire, taking a toll on the value of your savings that are the form of real estate property, right? You don't have to do any of that stuff. All you gotta do is take your Bitcoin, is buy the Bitcoin, take your Bitcoin off the exchange, and continue to live your life. You know, if it's in your wallet and you have the keys for that wallet and it's outside the system, you have nothing to worry about. All you have to worry about is making yourself productive and creating value for society so that you can earn more money or more income and stack some more of that into Bitcoin too, right? It's super easy. Okay, next thing you know, you look up and a year later, the value of your savings are up double, right? That's like so amazing. That's so amazing. If I told you this on the street, if you didn't know me and I told you this on the street, you'd be like, get out of here, you scammer. You're trying to get me on something. Like, it sounds too good to be true, right? Bitcoin sounds too good to be true. It is. You know, it sounds too good to be true, but it's not. Okay? It's the reverse card. If you play Uno, it's the reverse card on inflation. If you play Exploding Kittens, it's the nope card on inflation, right? Just by shielding your savings from inflation, you're able to prosper. Okay? This is how bad we have it here in the world, actually. Okay? Any government that inflates their money is stealing from their people, right? The U.S. is stealing from the people. Mexico is stealing from the people. Europe is stealing from the people, right? Everybody that prints their own money is stealing from the people, okay, via inflation. And when you see what Bitcoin does for you on an individual level, just me, okay? This is just me. This is just a show. I've taken my savings just by holding in Bitcoin. In this case, we're looking at our whole stack for our show, the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. We've gone from $15,000 to $33,000, right? If the dollar was stable, if the dollar was retaining its value over time, my savings would still be $15,000 in terms of Bitcoin too, right? Bitcoin is the mirror that reflects the value of the dollar, okay? If you look at these stats on the screen, the value of the same amount of Bitcoin is more today in terms of dollars because the dollar is weaker, so you need more weaker dollars to buy the same amount of Bitcoin. Okay? Imagine how much prosperity is being stolen from society every single day, every single year, every single month, whatever. Okay, if this is just how much it would be stolen from me, from just a guy on the show, right? So when they're fighting about what to spend money on and all this other stuff, and like, man, look at all the prosperity that's being sucked out of the world by using the dollar or using fiat money, government money, right? Like, that's why we have like wars and starvation and poverty and all these crazy issues. It's because of the prosperity that should be making the world a better place is just getting sucked out, by the top controllers of the money printer. It's crazy. Anyway, a little bit too much there, but let's go back to the where we at? Let's go back to the Bitcoin stack, the stack recap. Okay. Anyway, there it is, our whole stack, and guess what? I've been doing I got caught up on my Grom editing videos. I have one more Grom video to edit, one more 21 Moto video to edit. So those Bitcoin, those Satoshis that I bought when I was doing those rides, I hadn't put it into the spreadsheet yet, but I put them in the spreadsheet. Also, I got caught up on my 100 days of stacking in Bitcoin, and that got us so close to being at 0.4 BTC. We are $56.76 away from getting to 0.4 Bitcoin for the show. After today's purchase of $20, we'll be so close to getting to 0.4 BTC on the show. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Getting closer, guys. We're getting closer to the 1 Bitcoin. That is the goal. So slow and steady. We're making it happen, right? All right, so back here in 2025, the price of our average buy price is 97,000. The current buy price is 119,000. So today we're only gonna buy $20 worth of Bitcoin for our DCA stack this afternoon. So that said, now that we know how much Bitcoin we're gonna buy, there's only one thing left to do. Whoa, there it is. It's time to stack some Bitcoin, baby. All right, got sidetracked there. I was like, hey, where's the music? I pressed the wrong button. Oh, and I looked at my phone about security, and while it was doing that thing where it was showing like a light, is it still showing the light? Maybe not. Let me show you guys a hack. Let me show you guys a hack real quick. Hold on. Stop the music. Let me show you guys how to stop your phone from checking your awareness. I think that's what it's called. Settings. Where's it? Where was it? Camera control, display, home screen, ability search. Where was it? Where was it? Is it general? Oh, I gotta find it again. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys because this is super weird that it does that. I think it's called attention aware settings, something like that. Attention aware settings. What does it do? Yeah, turn off attention aware settings. It's in settings, general. Okay. If you have an iPhone, and remember how yesterday I held up the phone to the screen and I saw this little light turn on, right? It's like infrared light. It's like infrared light. Oh, can you hear me? Check 1 2. Check 1 2. It's like infrared light, and it's checking to see if you're paying attention to the screen. It's so creepy, right? Let's see settings. Let's see aware. Okay, it's under accessibility. Okay, so you go to your settings for your phone. You click on accessibility, right there, and you click on. Where is it? Yeah, Face ID and attention. Yeah, Face ID and attention. Sorry, Face ID and attention. Yeah, I think I might have. I think I was talking away from the mic. So on the screen, once you get to this area, come on, I'm gonna make it figure it out. There it goes. Oh man. Anyway, it's called you go to your phone settings. You click on accessibility, and you click on Face ID and attention, and you turn off the second option that says attention aware features. iPhone will check for attention before dimming the display, expanding notifications, and when locked, or lowering the volume of some alerts, right? It's crazy. And the next one is, I think that's one. I don't do Face ID on my phones because that's just super weird. And I thought that was the feature that would turn off that weird setting. But look, I'm going to turn it back on. Oh, come on, let me get my code in here. And let's see if it actually starts showing the little light. Okay, let's see if it starts showing the little light. Let's see. We go here. Is it showing it again? We're catching the light. We're catching the light before. Okay, I think I might have removed it completely. So anyway, go in that setting if you don't want your phone freaking spying on you. That's so weird. Face ID and attention, and remove all that crap, all that stuff. Yeah, it's like we're giving up all kinds of privacy without even knowing it. It's crazy. All right, so let's actually do the purchase today. Yeah, I saw the feature when I got my iPhone 16, and I kept that off. It's it's super weird because what they do is they use that for like marketing. They use that for third parties too. So like they use it to monitor that you're actually paying attention to like apps, right? Like when you're playing games and stuff. That's so creepy, right? It just turns on, takes a picture, or checks. I don't think it takes a picture, but I think it just checks that you're actually paying attention watching the screen. Super weird. I didn't sign up for that, right? So anyway, a little PSA there included, but let's do the actual purchase now. Okay, we're jumping into the Strike app. I'm hitting buy. It's too calm. We need some rock and roll for this purchase. There we go. All right, so we're buying the $20 worth of Bitcoin right now on the Stack Bitcoin show. And lower my out of the way. There it is. Okay, we're buying $20. It's keyed in. We hit next. I put it on my bank account. Bam. Buying $20 worth of Bitcoin right now on the Stack Bitcoin show. There we go. I'm gonna cut the music. Hit the drum roll, please, and hit confirm. Bam. Buying $20 worth of Bitcoin right now on the Stack Bitcoin show, July 22nd. And just like that, another stack has been added to the stream. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you guys know I got a little soundboard going now too? Let me show you guys. It's so funny. I made a little soundboard on the Stack Bitcoin Show website so I can have extra sounds beyond the soundboard over here. So I have extra sounds now, okay? So let's see. We do the air horn now. Yeah. Okay. What else we have over here? We can one up when we stack. All right. Let's get this buy into the spreadsheet, guys. Yesterday I forgot to get the buy in the spreadsheet. I got sidetracked and just ended the show. But let's finish this. Here's yesterday's buy. Here's today's buy is 7/22/25. And the price of Bitcoin we deserve today is $119,719.59. Bitcoin, 59-cent Bitcoin. And we bought $20 worth. And that got us 0.0001657. Wow. That is not a lot of Bitcoin. That is not a lot. Okay, we take this, copy it over to the spreadsheet for 2020. The spreadsheet for the strategic Bitcoin reserve for the show. Oh man, only 3 of our buys are in the negative. Maybe 4 of them. I'm telling you, we're stacking the top. Always stacking the top. Okay, let's see how far we are from getting to 0.4 BTC on the show. Oh my gosh. Okay. And let's go look at the 100 days of Bitcoin savings. Is that it? Yeah. So we're 42 days left in our 100-day Bitcoin savings challenge. We did, let's see, 722. Okay, so I already did today's buy. That's done. So tomorrow will be a $44 buy plus a $20 buy. That'll put us over the top for sure. That'll put us to 0.4 Bitcoin. Easy peasy. On top of that, I have one more video to edit, and I haven't added the miles that I put on that video to the stack for the Grom. Yeah, so I haven't added it for the ride. It's pretty good. The Grom is now officially 1,028 miles ahead of schedule for being paid off for breaking even, right? If we were just saving the 21 cents, it would take us 27,143 miles. We have 25,642 miles to go. But since we're saving in Bitcoin, it's going to take us 24,598 miles to break even on this Grom. So not bad. And the more Bitcoin goes up, the less miles we have to ride to break even. This Grom is going to pay for itself, ladies and gentlemen. This Grom will pay for itself with gas savings and with the power of Bitcoin, right? The power of Bitcoin is strong. Okay. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, put it in the comments like always. Otherwise, I'm gonna start to wrap this puppy up and get started on my next video on the channel, right? Because we're cranking out videos, guys. I'm gonna go have some food, some no carb food. Get my energy levels up. Grab some meat, some bacon, some cheese, maybe a little bit of lettuce. I don't know, maybe a salad, and then get back to work. I have no jiu-jitsu today, so I have to use this time to get ahead on tomorrow's video, make a video for this channel, and then I'm planning on doing 2 this week. So we're putting in work over here, guys. We're putting in work. Do me a favor, if you enjoy the show, like and subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Every subscribe helps, every like helps, even though it might not seem like it. Everything helps to get this show off the ground and going. Help me spread the joy of Bitcoin, spread the signal, and help beginners avoid the pitfalls of getting started with stacking and saving in Bitcoin, right? I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Bye, guys. Hit you guys with the soundboard.
Yeah, boy.
Wow, what happened there? All right, guys, have a good one.